the variety actually makes the art better.
Yeah.
And it's the hardest thing for the artist to do. It's the hardest thing. Some of us could care less about making money, could care less about the accolades or the attention, and we just want to make something good. And so if our goal is to make something good for the world, more people being involved in that project is a good thing.
Yeah.
This past year, I finally came to the realization that I was a control freak. This had affected every area of my life, creativity, and business. And honestly, I was burnt out and in a place of wanting to give up. I knew that I wanted to grow, and so I began the process of letting go. One of the first steps was hiring an intern, and what you're about to hear is a small excerpt from an interview talking about that experience. We talk about the power in collaboration and how we're truly better together.
I don't know what this is going to look like, but I know it doesn't look like everything revolving around Jordan. Nor do I want it to.
That's good. That's a good place to be.
When your identity, oh Lord, about to preach up in here. When your identity is in what you do, you will never let any of it go.
Yeah.
If your identity is in everything you do, if you wake up to do your job and that is your life, it's the idea of living to work versus working to live. You know, like if I live for my job and my identity's in it and the way everybody in my life views me has to do with my job, why would I let it go? And when I have the realization that my life is bigger than my job, no matter if it's my own business or not, then I can say this is no longer mine. I can start to let pieces of it go. When you begin to dismantle it and piece it apart and let it go, it actually becomes more whole. It becomes better. It becomes a more functioning system. Because if you say our tendency is I've got to hold on to everything that I have, but if me letting go of the emails to you, or me letting go of the contracts to you, or me letting go of some of the client communication to you means that our clients get a better experience. I think the book E-Myth is incredible. It talks about every business being a system, and he says most businesses are built around the preferences of the business owner and not the client. And you will not scale and you'll not win if it's based around what you want. And I think in the beginning, it's naturally just going to be what you want. I think there's the idea of just in general as a creative, including more people in what you're doing. I heard Kanye West talking about really grown to respect him lately in a funny way, like his piece on David Letterman and some other stuff. Another piece on YouTube was like the number of people that come into the studio to help Kanye work on his album. It'd be like Jay-Z's rolling through, so-and-so, Kirk Franklin's rolling through, there's 10 other people rolling through, and it was up to like 30, 40, 50 people coming in to help Kanye work on his album. And I would say this, when you're established and you know who you are and you're confident in who you are, you don't care who helps you on the project because you know it's for the greater good of the project. Yeah. And so whether 20 people or 50 people came in on the album, it was a dope album. And so we as younger, starting early on creatives, have a tendency to hold on to everything. The film industry does this well, where they bring a lot of different lighting, audio, video, producers to make this one big thing together. But other creative industries say, well, this has to have my stamp on it and I have to do everything within this. And that's just a really shallow place to live. And I understand, like, if you're an artist with a paintbrush painting your canvas, you're doing it on your own, you're still inspired somewhere else. You still draw creativity from somewhere else, whether it be music or film or art. The variety actually makes the art better. Yeah. And it's the hardest thing for the artist to do. It's the hardest thing. Some of us could care less about making money, could care less about, the accolades or the attention, and we just want to make something good. And so if our goal is to make something good for the world, more people being involved in that project is a good thing.
Yeah. And I think that's what's unique about like us working together is you're definitely more of a creative person than I am, which is great, and I think that's why we work so well together. Maybe that's why I was such a great intern for this company, is because I'm more of like a systematic thinker. Like I think more along the lines of like how to make things streamlined. And
you're a business major.
Yeah, I'm a business major.
But I also have the belief that every person is creative.
Yes, and I was careful. I said you're more creative than me.
Every person. Okay, good. You know what I'm going to go into. Every person's creative. Here's where it gets good. When you don't want to be me, you can be a better you.
Yeah.
You've never wanted, this whole internship, I've never one time felt like James wants to be me.
Yeah.
Probably because you see my life. You're like, I don't want to be him. But you don't want to be me. And like, that's the most, oh my gosh, that's the most refreshing thing as a business owner. Man, like somebody that just wants to help me and doesn't want to be me. Yeah. Like how much further can we go when you're you and I'm me? Yeah. When you come in and you be you, I get to be more me. So good, man. It's just, it's a revelation that is like, I told you this the other day. If you'd have told me a year ago that I would want what I want today, I would not only say, I don't want it. I would say, I never want that. I never want that. I never want to give up this. I never want to give up that. And I'm just going to this place, and I think you just inch towards it. You inch towards it. You inch towards it. And you say, I thought I would never do this. I thought I would never do this. I thought I would never give this up. And it's an inching towards who you really should become. Yeah. But allowing yourself to say, oh my gosh, I'm definitely not running towards that, but I'll take a step towards growing a team. I'll take a step towards, in my case, pulling my hands off the camera, you know? I want to reiterate this. As a business owner, outsourcing things and giving things up is not a call for you to do less. It's a call for you to do more of what you love. It's a call for you to become a better you and begin to function in the system of your business and life in a better way. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. I hope you're able to take something away from this and apply it to your business or into your life. Also, subscribe below for more business content with business leaders, entrepreneurs, creatives. It's my goal for you guys to be inspired by this content as I'm sitting on this couch also learning from people, and it's helping me grow as an entrepreneur and a creative, and I hope it does the same for you.